Hello friends, welcome back to CTRL+S. This is a behind-the-scenes look at how I set up and run my high school graphic design program. Right now I'm working through what will happen in those first 2 weeks of school, setting up the class structure, starting students on their first projects, and building in the soft skills training for the advanced class. This series so far has been a daily release of videos, but once school begins, I'm going to shift to a once weekly schedule. So at the end of every week, I'll release a video that includes all of the assignments, all the lectures, all of the discussion that I've had, all of the prep that I did, and I'll give you some student examples of student work if I've got that available, and I'll share an update of basically an overview of every week. And we'll do that throughout the entire year. So my job today is just to make sure that my students are continuing to move ahead with their projects. They're not lagging behind or wasting time. Sometimes in digital design, you'll see the students will start to get a little bored. It does happen, and attention goes all over the place. So my job is to make sure that I keep them focused on those projects. In digital design and illustration, students are continuing their work on the pen tool exercises, and some of them have moved on to number 2, some have moved on to number 3. Not very many by that time, I'm sure, but it's okay to let them move on if you're okay with that pace. This is a hands-on work day, and so for today, I'm just up moving around. I want to make sure that everybody understands how to use the pen tool, that they understand how to use the Bezier curves, how to make those correctly, and get confidence in using the application. Not speeding through. I don't want them to rush. I want them to take their time. And in visual communications, back again with the Bauhaus Art History Project, students are going to be in different places, basically, depending on how quickly they move through their sketching stages. But today, I'm looking for finalized, at least thumbnail sketches, and then they can move on to those refined sketches. But they should be through that first sketching stage by this point. Some of them will already have started laying out the design in their refined sketches. I don't want them to actually move into the computer just yet. I do want them to play with refining their designs in pencil and paper. And at the end of the period, I think it's a smart idea to give everyone an opportunity to get critiques on their work so far. So it may be very, very rough, but they should have the ability to at least get across the idea that they're trying to create. And so we'll take some time and let each student, depending on the number of students, come up to the front. I may just have to pair them off into 2 or 3 groups of 2 or 3. But if I have the ability, I'll have them come up and show the entire class their sketches, give them, maybe even put it up on the overhead so everybody can see on the large screen, and then give everybody an opportunity to critique their work. In the Advanced and Honors Graphic Design class, we'll be continuing the branding discussion for the pop-up shop, but by tomorrow I would like to have them wrap that up. I'd like to know exactly what they want to do, and then we'll move forward from there. Now, 2 episodes ago, we did have students get together and do they were in groups of 2 or 3, and they did a quick brainstorming session to come up with ideas for the merchandise and the designs that they were going to use at the pop-up shop. Well, we're going to do a little bit more of that today. Consider that just a little bit of kind of front-loading, getting their head into the idea of merchandise and designs. So today, for the soft skills training, we're going to do team collaboration. And I've got an activity set up where they're going to go a little deeper into those concepts. So I've already put this activity into the form of a document that it's linked on the resource hub that I've created, which has all of the links and assignments and things that I've been talking about in this series. And you'll find the link to that resource hub in the description below. Please check that out, okay? So this is going to be a fairly simple activity, and I think a fun one as well. It's about team collaboration, and so, at a basic sense also, I want them to notice how they participate as a member of that team. What is their level of participation? So in groups of 2 or 3, we'll give them an opportunity to either choose to refine some of the merchandise ideas that they came up with in that last brainstorming session, or they can start fresh, come up with new ideas, and come up with sketches that relay their ideas out as clearly as possible. If they want to use color, they certainly can, but that's not necessary. And then they'll prepare a 1-minute pitch explaining what the idea is and why it fits into the identity of our overall pop-up shop. After each group has had an opportunity to share, I'll have them turn in the written version of that 1-minute pitch, and then we'll take a moment to reflect, and I'll ask them a couple of questions, such as, how did this collaboration improve as opposed to the one in the last brainstorming session, right? Did you get more specific or more focused in your ideas? How did you participate in the group dynamic? Did you lead? Did you collaborate equally, or did you let others take control? This will help students understand that it's more than just coming up with ideas. It's also about how you show up in the group dynamic. Next time on CTRL+S, in digital design and illustration, I will demo the pen tool exercise number 2 and 3. In visual communications, students are going to move on to the refined sketching stage. In the advanced and honors graphic design class, I'm hoping that we have locked in on a branding decision and a direction to go with that pop-up shop. Thanks again for joining me on CTRL+S. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not just a graphic designer and a high school teacher, I am also an author. I wrote a book called The Dragon Codex, Quest for the Relics of Design. This is a great story about 3 young dragons who have to learn graphic design to save the world from creative destruction. It's a book for young adults, and it's a story about family, it's a story about friendships, and a story about finding your place in the world. Pick up a copy today. I know you'll love it.